Good afternoon. It's good evening over here in Uganda. Uh, I'm making this video because it's something very important that is happening, and that's the reason why Bitcoin is pushing up, and it's going to continue pushing up if all what is happening continues to escalate. So let me first explain. Let me take you off Bitcoin. Okay. This week that is ending, there's something very important that happened. You know, Iran has been at war with the U.S., which involves the entire Middle East. They've been at war, and Iran had affected the entire global system. Let me explain why. First of all, Iran is a major producer of oil. The region, we are talking about countries like Qatar, we are talking countries like Kuwait, UAE, Jordan, the entire region supplies the world with oil. That's why wherever you are, I don't know, you're watching this video, whether you are from Kenya, whether you are from Nigeria, whether you are from South Africa, whether you are from Ghana, if you're watching this video, you will notice one thing. The price of fuel in your country has gone up. Why? Because Iran controls a major route which is called the Strait of Hormuz. It supplies the world over 20%. It controls the over 20% of global trade. We are talking about oil, petrol, you can call it petrol, that comes to Africa. We're talking about oil and other products that go to Europe, the US, even countries like Japan. The entire world depends on that area. So when the war, remember, how did this war start? This war started when the US decided to strike Iran. Iran did not attack. So in response, Iran was fighting, but they had to cross that route. They had to start bombing the neighboring countries because they were used by the US to attack Iran. So recently, America has been begging for, I can easily say they have been begging for a deal. The deal that restores how things were before even the war started. That is to open the Strait of Hormuz. In the US, the price of petrol had even doubled. So it was very massive. The inflation was going crazy. Everything was going crazy. So this week that we are in, Trump and the leaders of Iran, they signed an agreement. Part of this agreement, there was over $300 billion the US has to pay to Iran to compensate for the damage because they are the ones who attacked Iran. Part of the deal was to stop the fighting. Guarantees that US will not strike Iran. Israel will not strike Iran. But also, they will not strike Lebanon because Lebanon is a strong ally of Iran. But what happened just today, after signing the agreement a few days ago, not yet even, 2-3 days ago, Israel has attacked, as I'm speaking less than 30 minutes ago, Israel has started striking Lebanon, which is a breach in the agreement they signed. Immediately, what has Iran done? They went and crossed Strait of Hormuz because that is their killer switch. That is the switch that is more dangerous than a nuclear bomb. So they have crossed it, meaning the escalations are back on the table. Remember, because of this deal, the dollar has gained strength. That's why you see most of the assets, Euro USD is selling. Strong dollar. NZD USD is selling. Bitcoin was selling. You talk of most pairs, GBP USD, they have been selling. leave alone that, we'll go to God. Let's go to God and show you something. By the way, I am forgetting, if you are new here, do one thing. Drop a like. You can always share this video. If you want to learn how to trade and how to do all these things, you can always reach out to me. I teach new beginners and people who are not profitable in the business. Back to the business. Let me JJ. Gold was selling. Why? A strong dollar was pushing gold down. Now the escalations are back on the table. They have crossed Strait of Hormuz. If this continues the entire of today and tomorrow, it means the market is going to open with huge gaps. This is why those who learn from me, those who are close to me, I always tell you what to do before you go into a weekend. If you are holding a trade on a weekend, maybe you're in a gold sale and you are smiling, it's time to be worried. It's time to be worried and actually be scared. Why? Gold is likely to open with a massive gap to the upside. Gold is going out to rebuy because the escalations are back on the table, which weaken the dollar. Leave alone the dollar. So any pair that has the dollar and all that, actually the entire world is going to be affected. Bitcoin is buying. Why? Do you know why it is buying? Because the dollar weakness. So it is pushing up. With this, you're already making money. I'm telling you. If you check on even assets like Solana, the entire crypto is giving us a little pump. So, USD. The entire crypto is giving a little pump. Let me show you. What I'm explaining right now has happened less than 30 minutes ago. You see how the market is pushing up. Pushing up. So that aside, let's go now. Let's go now to oil, the real product. When we go to oil, oil was selling, and actually I had done analysis with one of my students. This is one of the oil trade I entered on Monday. I killed it. TP, that was a TP. Let me even extend for you and show you. Clear TP 3.4R. But let's delete all this. Let me show you. Oil was dropping. Why? Because there was a deal, the war had ended. So the oil prices were going down again. They are dropping down. But what I'm expecting, if this escalation continues even tomorrow, remember the market is reopening on Sunday. The market is reopening on Sunday midnight. If the market reopens on Sunday midnight, don't be surprised if this whole entire gap above here is covered by a gap. Meaning a gap to the upside. Meaning if you are in a trade of oil selling, you're in profit and you're like, I'm going to kill it. It's time to be scared. Actually, be very, very scared. That's what I must say. So this is all I think I've tried to explain. Those that feel like maybe they need more. But this is how I trade. This is how I trade these assets. I'm heavily into the fundamentals. You hardly go wrong if you're heavily into the fundamentals. I think I've withdrawn like 4 times this week. 4 to 3 times this week. Why? Because of that, what I've just explained, just information and knowing how to interpret that information, apply it in the market. You will make any asset on earth. So what do we expect from stock market? We are expecting a stock market to also react. I think I will make a video on its own. I'm going to wait for today and the entire tomorrow, like during day. Then I will make a video and tell you what are you supposed to do with Nasdaq, US 30, US 100, S&P 500, all those assets. But for now, use this information to prepare yourself mentally and know what's going on. I appreciate you for listening. I'm going to keep making these videos. Sometimes I get busy. I'm going to keep making these videos. I hope you always tune in. Thank you. Should I say good night? Should I say good evening? We'll link up again tomorrow when I'm making a reaction video. And even on Monday, I'll make another video to show you that what I said will happen exactly.